So, what originally brought you to pursue photography?
Well, personally, I mean, I always just loved just running around when I was a kid taking pictures. But honestly, my mom started working at JCPenney Portrait Studio when I was a kid. She didn't take the pictures, but she just did sales and stuff. But she loved the environment, and she just thought it was a really cool atmosphere. So after high school, I went over just thinking that I would go and do the same thing, just do sales. But my old boss then hired me and trained me and just got me into it, and I've been loving it ever since.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'll put down, enjoyed taking photos as a kid.
Yeah.
Mom got you into...
Yeah, she just thought it was a really great environment to be in. She enjoyed it. Watching it happen, I guess. Not doing it herself, but
Okay.
yeah.
Anything else?
No, really, that's pretty much the gist.
Okay. So how would you say photography affected your life? Do you start thinking differently on an everyday basis? And does being a photographer affect your life outside of work? And if so, how?
I don't think it really affects my life in a way. I don't know, I enjoy it. Like, I guess when I'm kind of out, like, in the world just doing stuff and, like, I see something, I think, oh, like, that'd be a really great picture. Like, I see things at, like, different angles and, like, different lighting, and it just, I don't know, I guess I just see things as pictures. And
Yeah, you just kind of start thinking more artistically.
Pretty much, yeah. I just kind of want to capture beautiful things that I see.
Imagine pictures and day basis of surroundings. Anything else?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay. What's your personal favorite thing about photography?
Well, working at the studio, my favorite thing is definitely just, like, capturing memories for people.
Yeah?
And just seeing something beautiful in that moment and just taking it and making somebody happy that they have that to look at forever.
Yeah, like, they won't remember having their picture taken, but they'll remember the picture when they see it on their wall.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, and they always have it.
Yeah.
Never lose that memory.
Okay, so capturing memories. Do you think there are any controversial topics within the career, and if so, what are they and what are your standings?
I honestly can't really think of anything controversial.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Like, I was looking around on the internet
Yeah.
for more sources for my project,
Yeah.
and just like the only kind of controversy that comes off the top of my head right now is releasing photos without the people in the photos' consent.
Yeah, I guess that does make sense. Because that's against the law. Like, with the studio also, like, with releasing pictures, like, the company, so Lifetouch as a company owns the rights to the images unless you purchase the rights to them. So you can't, like, if you don't purchase the rights, then you can't recreate your own images and all that, because apparently, like, the company owns them. So
Okay.
that, yeah, I guess that's controversial, because, I mean, people are like, well, wait, like, those are my pictures. Like, why wouldn't I be able to do what I want with them, because they're mine?
Okay, so Lifetouch owns pictures, and unless you purchase ownership of the pictures, you can't release them to the public.
Yeah, you can't, like, recreate them, you can't post them online, you can't,
Okay.
yeah.
Create for publicize
Yes.
photos without consent. And ownership. Okay. A lot of people silently look down on photographers for their job because they believe that what you can do with a $500 Nikon camera, they can do with a $50 digital camera. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I hate when people say that. That's really stupid. Like people, I mean, honestly, I think that's kind of why the studio industry is dying, because everyone's just picking up a camera and saying they're a photographer and going out and trying to do it. I mean, with outdoor photography and stuff, that's different because obviously you have natural lighting and all that. There's definitely, obviously, talent that's needed for that, but doing studio photography, like, you need special lighting, you need the expertise of the posing and how to deal with people and what to do and how to create the images, and it's just not something that is done that simple by just picking up a camera. Yeah.
Like, when you pick up a camera, you don't immediately get that order of thinking.
No, yeah. It takes a little bit of training, and it takes a little bit of time and expertise to get all those perfect little Pinteresty pictures you see online.
Professional photography. And what else did you say?
I don't know, I guess just like expertise and knowledge of how to use lighting and posing and work with people and
Posing. What would you say the hardest part of your job is?
probably the children. Getting the kids to laugh. And yeah, dealing with crying, screaming 2-year-olds is definitely a challenge.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, and the parents can be difficult as well.
Yeah, because it's just never good enough for them.
Yeah. It can be very stressful, but it's definitely rewarding.
Children. Parents. Stressful, but rewarding.
Yes.
I don't know why I forgot. Wait. Nope, never mind. I was gonna say what was like your favorite part about your job, but I forgot I had that on the other page.
Yeah.
Would you agree that photography is one of the most powerful things that people can do?
That's a loaded question. It can get pretty deep, I guess.
Yeah. Like thinking philosophically.
I mean, I think it's a pretty unbelievable thing, like, that when you think of it technologically, like you have this device that can literally just, like, say you're, like, in a moment that you never want to leave it, like, you're so happy. And you have a device that you can actually take a picture of, and you can always remember that. And you can always look at it and remember those feelings, so I think that's extremely remarkable.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would agree to that.
Yes. Devices that allow. I guess I ran out of time or something.
I guess.
Wait, nope, it's recording now. I'll have to go back and delete some videos or something. Anyway, part of the research I'm doing is proving how photography isn't just a job or even just a career, and in fact that photography affects the small things in life, like you said, with your more artistic and photographic thinking. And also how, again, photographers capture glimpses of the past to relive, and also how stories can be used to create, pictures can be used to create stories. What would you say to that, and what are some other final thoughts?
Well, here, wait, let me read that. Yeah, no, I completely agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, I never really thought about what I would want to do as a career, or, what I actually was good at, but once I got into this, it just kind of opened up this whole world that I actually really do enjoy, and just love, capturing the pictures, because, from hundreds, however long photography's been around, 177 years photography's been around, we have pictures from back then, and that's just, I think that's pretty awesome that we can look back on that time. And I was actually talking to somebody the other day about how when we were growing up, like as kids, like my mom took pictures all the time, and we had photos and photo albums. But now, everyone takes pictures on their phones, and they post them on Facebook, and they have all these albums. Like there's kids, like Facebook's been around for what, like 10 years-ish? And now, like there's literal, like 10-year-olds out there who have their entire lives documented on Facebook.
Yeah,
And
for
then
better
they're,
or for worse.
yeah, and then, well, yeah. And then, like, they're gonna grow up, and then they're gonna be adults, and they're gonna have their own Facebook, and their entire lives are just gonna be on the internet. And it's just, I think that's just kind of crazy how photography just changes throughout the years. Like 177 years ago, like, it was so difficult to take a picture, like, it was this huge deal, but we still have that, and now it's just, like, I mean,
mind-blowing.
I take a picture, like, every 5 minutes of something, you know what I mean? And it's just...
Yeah.
It's just, I think it's really interesting how photography has progressed.
Yeah, especially considering like the first camera ever was, I think, called the Brownie.
Yeah.
And it needed like 8 hours of light something, I don't remember the
Yeah, I
term.
don't know the technology so much.
But like, it would only create black and white photos once every like 8 hours.
Wow.
And now we take really colorful and lengthy videos on a much smaller device.
Yeah. It's true. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Technology's nuts.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.